Welcome back to the 2015-2016 NBA preview. Today, we are still in the top 5, covering the San Antonio Spurs at number 4, which we predict will have the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. My name is Joshua Enviers, and with me today is my co-host.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? It is the one and only legend of winning, back at it again, San Antonio Spurs.
That said, let's take a look at what the San Antonio Spurs did leading up to this season.
So, San Antonio Spurs, an extremely storied franchise, especially over the past decade. Tim Duncan has really and truly held his own, not only, when it comes to championship, but also holding the torch and allowing this team to continue to build around him, especially over the past 2 to 3 years after winning their championship. A lot of pieces shown a lot of bright side with them. Most definitely the biggest acquisition in the past few years is Kawhi Leonard. He's most definitely showing that he could step into some type of a role.
The draft night trade, George Hill and Kawhi.
Maybe not. I
like it.
Maybe not as big as a Tim Duncan role, but most definitely a piece that they're trying to mold into a franchise player. And it seems like with the help of Popovich and Tim and Tony, he most definitely has the promise to make that transition from Tim Duncan to not having him a lot easier.
The San Antonio Spurs are the first team to have a past Big Three and a present Big Three on the same team in 1 year. We'll have to see how it pans out.
Maybe not the first, but okay. I'll just let you rock with that since I know you're a San Antonio guy.
Moving on to the summer acquisitions. For the summer acquisitions, we acquired Ray McCallum. Yes, we, because San Antonio.
It's we now.
We acquired Ray McCallum, Jimmer Fredette. He might make the team or not. Who knows? Jonathan Simmons, David West, Boban. He's like a 7-foot something center, and most importantly, we re-signed Matt Bonner.
Oh shit!
Along with signing LaMarcus Aldridge, the biggest free agent to come to SA.
Most definitely they were looking for a piece that they could easily put next to Tim Duncan, and a lot of talk about cutting contracts and managing salary just to bring that piece along, and the big piece finally came.
This is called pay cuts done right.
Correct.
We covered the Dallas Mavs, but this is pay cuts done right.
Yeah, man. Huge pickup, LaMarcus Aldridge, man. A huge pickup, and then turned around and got a backup as well for veterans minimum, and David West. I just applaud to the San Antonio Spurs for a fantastic offseason.
As for what they lost, it's all pretty replaceable. They lost a little bit of depth in Corey Joseph and Marco Bellinelli, but the biggest piece they lost, Tiago Splitter. He is no longer with us. He is with Coach Pop Jr. over there in ATL. So I can't be more excited for that. Along with Aaron Baines, of course.
I think Bellinelli is actually a really, really solid asset. He's a good player. And
Corey Joseph is going to show out in Toronto.
Yeah, Corey Joseph is going to have his moments as well. But Bellinelli most definitely highlights to me.
Now we have Jimmer. We have Jimmer now.
Jimmer, I don't necessarily.
If he makes the team, hopefully.
True. I don't necessarily believe that he's going to replace Bellinelli, because Bellinelli had moments in the playoffs. It's just ridiculous. But again, for what you all lost, and I'm using the pronouns as if you're on a team, but for what the Spurs lost and what they gained, they most definitely it doesn't even weigh out. They most definitely gained more than they lost. So again, huge offseason for them.
As for the draft picks, they drafted Nikola I cannot pronounce his last name, but he's not going to be playing with us. He's kind of one of those draft and stash players, along with Katie Lelane. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. He's probably going to be in the D League for this season as well, just because just the rotation we have. Now, the one rookie that stands out to me is the man Jonathan Simmons, the MVP in Summer League. This guy, he's crazy, and I hope he gets some playing time. I really hope so, because I want him to show out.
He showed a lot of promise in Summer League. Him and Kyle Anderson both showed a lot of promise in Summer League. But of course, that's how they do it in San Antonio. They love to see what you have, and especially if playing time doesn't really work out, there's enough playing time in the D League so we can really see your full potential, and then we'll just work your way back into the lineup.
And that's what he did. He played for the Austin Toros, now the Austin Spurs. So I like it. I like it
too, man. I like how the San Antonio Spurs really and truly work out, their young players in D League.
As for the rotation, the starters look like Tim Duncan, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, and Tony Parker.
There's nothing really negative to say with that starting five, man. Like, Tony Parker, hopefully he stays healthy.
Tony Parker doesn't fall off the face of the earth.
Yeah, hopefully.
But we got Patty Mills and Ray McCallum. So
yeah, I guess y'all do. I guess you still using.
That's not gonna mean anything. That's not gonna mean anything in the playoffs, but in the regular season, it will.
You still using we, I see. But starting five, most definitely, probably the strongest starting five we've covered so far.
As for the bench gets a little bit weaker. I do not want to see Boris Diaw and David West playing minutes together. I don't want to see it. But as for the reserves, we got Boris Diaw and David West, then Kyle Anderson, Manu Ginobili, and Patty Mills.
They probably should have kept a 7-footer.
They do. They have Boban.
I guess they do, but even though you necessarily weren't the biggest Thiago fan, he did most definitely add that height.
He was just, he was 7 foot and could walk and chew bubble gum, so
sometimes that's all you need, man. But
sometimes
Kyle Anderson though, I like him. I think that was probably.
I like him too.
I think that was probably one of the biggest steals in the draft last year. Actually, the fact that he went 30th, that was mind-boggling to me. I don't even know how that.
The Clippers could have got him, but instead they drafted C.J. Wilcox, the guy we were just roasting.
I completely forgot him. He's so forgettable. Because they don't play nobody minutes over there.
Yeah.
But the bench, like you said, took a step back, and again referencing to Corey Joseph and Marco Bellinelli not being there.
Now for the question.
I know that Josh is happy for this because I already know what his answer is. But for you all in the comment section below, we are in the top 10, and every team that is in the top 10, I ask the same question and try to, be respective of their championship caliber team. So, Josh, do you believe that the San Antonio Spurs will win a championship this year? And if you do, please explain yourself. And if you don't, also explain that as well.
All right. Well, the reason why the Spurs are this low in the NBA preview is because health. This team, looking at this team, they're not as depthful, if that's not a word, I just made one up. They're not as depthful as they were last season. I do like the starting five. The starting five is much improved compared to last season because I don't see Thiago Splitter starting anywhere.
Oh my God.
So the reason why this team will win a championship is because they got the best player in free agency. Some can argue that the Clippers got the second best player in free agency, but the Spurs finally landed a big free agent in free agency, Kawhi Leonard. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have two players in the All-Star game, LaMarcus Aldridge and Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard's due for an All-Star appearance, and hopefully this year with LaMarcus Aldridge, he can be in that said All-Star game. That's not totally the reason why I see them winning, just because the fact is championship experience. Tim Duncan wants one more, and he may just get one more with LaMarcus Aldridge. Pop's still coaching. Tony Parker is the one downfall to this team. Now, this is one of the reasons why they may not win the championship, because of Tony Parker. I know they have great backups in Patty Mills, Ray McCallum, but Tony Parker at least needs to be a starting point guard come playoffs time. That's really my main focus, along with Tim Duncan, being healthy, and just this whole team being healthy in general. But my concern, there you go, is Tony Parker.
If I had to just, piggyback off what you said, I most definitely agree. If there was a reason to why they would lose, it would be health and them trying to stay healthy and kind of just all piecing it together.
Hopefully Pop can stay healthy too, because he's been having some heart problems.
Yeah,
so.
that as well. But it just, players need to be available and be able to perform correctly. But to be completely honest with people, and again, the only reason why we have them low is due to health.
Because this is
This is
This
regular.
is based
season.
on seeding as well
Yeah,
through regular
Yeah,
season.
this is
So
basically off
that's why this team is 4th.
Yeah, this is off of regular
I
season seeding.
I would completely be biased and put them at number 1, but I'm being realistic here and looking at regular season.
And not only that, we all know Popovich rests his players, especially towards
Exactly.
the end of the season. And if it's obvious that they may not get the 1st or 2nd seed, or they just secured the 3rd or 4th.
The top 4 teams can easily win a championship. It's just all due to matchups and health. So
All 4 can, but the rest of them, there's like these question marks. They're like these huge question marks. The only question about this team is if Tony Parker can stay healthy, and even then, it's like,
it's just can he not be Darren Williams, please?
oh Jesus Christ.
That'd be great.
But even with this team, the question with Tony Parker, I don't think that's a big enough issue for them to face.
I have your T-shirt, Tony. I want to rep it proudly.
I do think though that they're extremely favored to win, and I would probably put them ahead of everybody else to win a championship this year.
Moving on to the predictions. My prediction. You guys know my prediction already. What is it? June? Or is it July? I'm pretty sure it's June, right?
Yeah, June. Yeah.
Around June, they're going to be holding up a championship, just like they did in Summer League, and it's going to be great. You know, we're going to go to the Riverwalk. We're going to celebrate. We're going to go to the AT&T, not the AT&T, so the Alamo Dome. We're going to, watch the ring ceremony like we did a couple years ago. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait. Can't wait. They may have to get, trade for a big man, but we'll have to see what happens.
A big man most definitely probably need to be traded for, but I don't think it has to be somebody all that talented. So I see them picking up a free agent for an extremely small contract.
They could draft Tiago Splitter's brother if they want to.
I mean,
or sign.
Yeah, they could sign. Even if Elton Brand doesn't go back to the Lakers, I can easily see him going to this team.
We can use Elton Brand. We like old people.
Or even Jermaine O'Neal.
We have the fountain of youth.
Exactly. Did Jermaine O'Neal sign? I don't think he signed yet neither. So
No, I think he's given up. But we'll have to see.
But there's plenty of big men. Well, not plenty, but there's a handful of big men out there that wouldn't mind.
Mecca Okafor.
Exactly.
You never know.
You
want to see him get dunked on.
They wouldn't mind. Kind of selling themselves short just so they can get a championship, and I can easily see that happen with a lot of veterans. But I'll even go out on a limb myself and say, if this team is healthy, they will win a championship. Tim Duncan will get his 6th ring.
Be Kobe.
I don't think that's a whole nother thing. I don't necessarily think he'd be better than
greatest power forward of all time playing center this season just to chase that ring.
He can play center. Oh my God, I don't know why we have to keep having this.
So with that said, we would love to thank you guys for watching. This has to be the best video we've ever recorded this series. So if you could like this video like multiple times, it'd be greatly appreciated if that's even possible. Maybe even triple times. Subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. The San Antonio Spurs would love it as well.
Yeah, man. I want to thank Envy for all the energy, though. That most definitely came through in the.
Yeah, the next 3 won't have that much.
Thank y'all for watching, and keep subscribing, keep following us, and we are pushing on. We're in the top 3 now.
We're almost there.
We're in the top 3, man.
There.
Top 3.
Can't believe it.
We will see y'all next time. Peace.
Bye-bye.